Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masanggamaw. #1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews at 6. I'm Carol. A former Department of Transportation official is urging the national government to conduct a thorough probe into the termination of the contract between the government and Allcard Incorporated, the supplier of Philippine Identification System Philsys ID cards. Attorney Nicasio A. Conti, former spokesperson of DOTR and officer in charge of the Maritime Industry Authority, made the call on Saturday, urging the government to specifically look into the failures associated with the terminated contracts. The delays and failures related to this contract may suggest issues beyond mere administrative inefficiency. Conti, now with the Click Party List and CEO of Capstone Intel Corporation, said he likewise pointed out that the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas move, prompted by the delays and non-compliance with project requirements, highlights the urgent need for scrutiny. Conti added that the failure to deliver the project on time undermines the government's modernization efforts and erodes public trust. Based on the MB Resolution number 962, obtained by the Inquiry.net, the terminated contract covers the following: provision of technical maintenance support personnel, training of BSP and Philippine Statistics Authority personnel, supply and delivery of raw materials, consumables, and wear and tear spare parts for 160 million pieces of Phil ID cards. Included in the resolution is a notice which detailed the grounds for termination of the contract as follows: ACI failed to deliver enough raw materials within the specific period, even within the extension granted. ACI failed to maintain the production machinery due to unavailable machine spare parts, causing prolonged machine downtime. I have personally experienced the impact of these delays, having only received a digital copy of my national ID while waiting for the printed version. This is unacceptable for a project of such national importance, the former DOTR official said. Conti, who is also a former commissioner of the Presidential Commission on Good Government and the Presidential Anti-Graft Commission, also said that those responsible for the failure should be held accountable. Contracts, especially those impacting millions of Filipinos, must be awarded and managed with stringent oversight to prevent any form of misconduct. This incident should prompt all government agencies to strengthen their safeguards and accountability measures, he said. Ensuring the integrity of public contracts is essential to delivering the service and infrastructure that Filipinos deserve. We must select partners who are fully capable of meeting our nation's needs and upholding the trust placed in them, the lawyer added. A total of 24,400 automated counting machines for the 2025 midterm elections are now in the country, Commission on Elections Chairman George Garcia said on Saturday. We currently have 24,000 machines. 17,400 machines are what you can see here now. These 7,000 machines are in customs, but they are already here in the country, Garcia said in the press briefing. It will be released by the customs, so more or less for the month of August, we will have 24,000 vote counting, automated counting machines, he added. Garcia also noted that Mero Systems, the automated election systems provider tapped by COMELEC for the 2025 elections, had a commitment to bring 20,000 automated counting machines to the country by August, but it has already exceeded the commitment by delivering an additional 4,000 machines. COMELEC is also expecting more batches to be delivered next month until December. We expect the delivery of 30,000 machines from Europe by September. Another 30,000 machines are expected by October, and the remaining balance from the 110,000 machines will arrive by December. The 17.99 billion peso contract signed by COMELEC and Mero Systems in March includes the delivery of 110,000 voting machines, election management systems, consolidation and canvassing systems, ballot printing, ballot boxes, and other peripherals. Garcia shared that Mero has fully delivered all the following for the month of August: CCS laptops, CCS printers, USB hub dongles, cable ties, toners, CCS box kits, hot bullets, laboratory text bullets, application servers, and database servers. All of these are 100% here in the Comtech warehouse, so we are happy because at least they will not have to penalize them. Based on our procurement law, they may face a penalty for every day of delay, he added. Garcia, in the press briefing, introduced the steps they will be taking after the delivery of the voting machines in the country. He said that the poll body has a strict implementation of quality control. Our quality control is very strict. Our instruction, if we see a problem, reject and return. For us, there is no compromise when it comes to those being delivered to us, he said. For example, it is not Mirror's fault, but due to the stacking of thermal paper boxes, there had been a crease, so we did not accept every return because it might affect the performance of the machines on the election day. That's how strict our quality control is, he added. The machines will also be undergoing testing such as the hardware acceptance test and laboratory tests. According to Garcia, the laboratory test will check if the machines are working properly. In addition, he said that a source code review that will be happening by October is important to assess how the machine works and how it will count the votes. After that process, the COMELEC will conduct an international certification. This has to be certified by an international entity to say that the system is ready and accurate, Garcia said. Garcia also said that they are now expecting the delivery of 2 printing machines to the National Printing Office. It is part of Mirror's commitment to bring 2 new printers that will be coming from Germany worth 300 million pesos each. The siphoning of oil from the sunken empty Terra Nova was suspended for now to allow the unloading of recovered oily waste at the Arion dockyard in Bataan province. The Philippine Coast Guard disclosed this information in a report on Saturday, noting that Harbour Star collected more than 806,000 liters of oily waste from the motor tanker as of August 28. MT Terra Nova was one of 3 vessels that sank in Manila Bay in August. The contracted Salvor, Harbour Star, temporarily stopped the siphoning operation to prioritize the unloading of the recovered oily waste at Arion Dockyard, Arion Bataan, the PCG said. The PCG also reported that PRP Sindangan MRRV-4407 conducted aerial surveillance at Ground Zero, while the personnel monitored the shoreline nearby for possible traces of oil sheen. But both operations yielded negative results. MT Terra Nova sank in Bataan's portion of Manila Bay on July 25 amid heavy rains caused by the combined effects of Typhoon Corina and a strong southwest monsoon, locally termed Habagat. MT Terra Nova was carrying 1.4 million liters of oil and was en route to Iloilo when the mishap happened. The incident left a crew member dead while its oil spill reached the coastline of Manila and nearby province. Aside from MT Terra Nova, MP Mirola and MP Jason Bradley likewise sank in Manila Bay last month. MP Mirola 1 ran aground and eventually capsized on July 31st, while MP Jason Bradley went under on July 27. Three unidentified suspected robbers were killed during an alleged armed encounter with citizens in San Antonio town in Quezon province on Friday, August 30, police said. In the report Saturday, the police reached for a set a security guard in a subdivision in Barangay San Jose saw 4 men aboard a tricycle trying to enter an abandoned house at around 2:30 a.m. The guard approached the intruders, but one of them reportedly drew a firearm. The guard backed off and sought the help of a group of people attending a wake nearby who all rushed to confront the suspects. When the suspects saw the approaching mob, they jumped into the river and hid in the forest area. The residents and village watchmen continued the pursuit of the suspects, and an armed confrontation between them occurred in neighboring Barangay Sinturisan, the police report said. The police said 3 of the suspects were killed while a cohort managed to escape. The report did not provide details of the supposed armed encounter, the firearms used, and who among the mob killed the suspects. The police are conducting further investigation of this incident. And the Professional Regulation Commission announced that 105 examinees passed the August 2024 Sanitary Engineering Licensure exam. In a statement, the regulator said two test takers from National University Manila topped the exam participated by 156 aspirants. Franz Dionisio Santos and Conrad Matthew Francisco Soriano were ranked first and second for achieving 86.93% and 86.23% respectively. Excuse me. Coming in at top three was Mapua University Manila Claracia Karin Galso, who scored at 85.50%. The PRC likewise that the University of Southeastern Philippines Davao City was the top performing school in last month's licensure exam because 10 of its 11 examinees passed the test, posting a passing rate of 90.91%. According to the PRC, the licensure exam for the profession is among its programs that get fewer examinees, noting that in the examination held in February, only 300 applicants took the exam. The February 2024 Sanitary Engineering Licensure exam yielded 216 passers, with National University Manila's Angeli Jadid Alonso taking the top one spot for achieving the score of 84.88% score. The PRC said the new sanitary engineers may file online appointments to get their professional ID and certificate of registration starting October 15, 2024. It is now 6:11 in the evening and koolNews at 6 will be right back. Stick around.
for up to 24 hours. Mag-Cream Silk Vitamin Boost every day.
From traffic lights to bright lights, adventure sites, and chill nights. Basta Sunsilk with regular use, may lugay-ready hair ka anytime, anywhere. Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable with Active Infusion, made with a blend of flower oils, vitamin B3, and collagen. Now with its best-ever fragrance versus previous formulations. Sunsilk, $225 lang per wash based on sachet SRP. Hi, going out?
Hala, bad breath!
Turn off kay Crush. Use Close-Up with antibacterial zinc for all-day amazing fresh breath for up to 12 hours with regular use.
Kasha pa?
Kasya pa sa tabi ko.
Dare to get closer with Close-Up.
Pag may diarrhea, may matinding pag-ibig at
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
Welcome back to koolNews at 6. Let's get into the headlines from around the world now as Japan, a nation so hardworking its language has a term for literally working oneself to death, is trying to address a worrisome labor shortage by asking more people and companies to adopt 4-day work weeks. The Japanese government first expressed support for a shorter working week in 2021 after lawmakers endorsed the idea. The custom has been slow to catch on. However, about 8% of companies in Japan allow employees to take 3 or more days off per week, while 7% give their workers the legally mandated 1 day off, according to the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. Hoping to produce more takers, especially among small and medium-sized businesses, the government launched a work-style reform campaign that promotes shorter hours and other flexible arrangements along with overtime limits and paid annual leave. The Labor Ministry recently started offering free consulting, grants, and a growing library of success stories as further motivation. By realizing a society in which workers can choose from a variety of working styles based on their circumstances, we aim to create a virtuous cycle of growth and distribution and enable each and every worker to have a better outlook for the future, states a ministry's website about the Hatara Kikata Kaikaku campaign, which translates to innovating how we work. The department overseeing the new support services for businesses says only 3 companies have come forward so far to request advice on making changes, relevant regulations, and available subsidies, illustrating the challenges the initiative faces. Perhaps more telling, of the 63,000 Panasonic Holdings Corporation employees who are eligible for 4-day schedules at the electronics maker and its group companies in Japan, only 150 employees have opted to take them, according to Yohei Mori, who oversees the initiative at one Panasonic company. The government's official backing of a better work-life balance represents a marked change in Japan, a country whose reputed culture of workaholic Scotism often got credited for the national recovery and stellar economic growth after World War II. Conformist pressures to sacrifice for one companies are intense. Citizens typically take vacations at the same time of year as their colleagues during the bond holidays in the summer and around New Year's, so co-workers can accuse them of being neglectful or uncaring. Long hours are the norm. Although 85% of employees report giving their workers 2 days off a week, and there are legal restrictions on overtime hours, which are negotiated with labor unions and detailed in contracts. But some Japanese do service overtime, meaning it's unreported and performed without compensation. A recent government white paper on karoshi, the Japanese term that in English means dead from overwork, said Japan has at least 54 such fatalities a year, including from heart attacks. Japan's serious, conscientious, and hardworking people tend to value their relationships with their colleagues and form a bond with their companies, and Japanese TV shows and manga comics often focus on the workplace, said Tim Crick, the author of a book called Cool Japan Case Studies from Japan's Cultural and Creative Industries. Work is a big deal here. It's not just a way to make money, although it is that too, said Crick, who previously taught at Toshisha Business School and founded, edited, and translation firm Blue Sky Academic Services. Some officials consider changing that mindset as crucial to maintaining a viable workforce amid Japan's nosediving birth rate. At the current rate, which is partly attributed to the country's job-focused culture, the working age population is expected to decline 40% to 45 million people in 2065 from the current 74 million according to government data. Proponents of the 3 days of model says encourages people raising children, those caring for older relatives, retirees living on pensions, and others looking for flexibility or additional income to remain in the workforce for longer. Akiko Yokohama, who works at Spell Data, a small Tokyo-based technology company that allows employees to work a 4-day schedule, takes Wednesdays off along with Saturdays and Sundays. The extra day off allows her to get her hair done, attend other appointments, or go shopping. It's hard when you aren't feeling well to keep going for 5 days in a row. The rest allows you to recover or go see the doctor. Emotionally, it's less stressful, Yokohama said. Her husband, a real estate broker, also gets Wednesdays off but works weekends, which is common in his industry. Yokohama said that allows the couple to go on midweek family outings with their elementary school-age child. Frost Retailing Co., the Japanese company that owns Uniqlo, Thierry, J-Brand, and other clothing brands, pharmaceutical company Shionogi & Co., and electronics companies Ricoh and Hitachi also began offering a 4-day workweek in recent years. The trend even has gained traction in the notoriously consuming finance industry. Broker SMBC Nikko Securities Incorporated started letting workers put in 4 days a week in 2020. Banking giant Mitsuho Financial Group offers a 3-day schedule option. Critics of the government's push say that in practice, people put on 4-day schedules often end up working just as hard for less pay. But there are signs of change. An annual Gallup survey that measures employee engagement ranked Japan as having among the least engaged workers of all nationalities surveyed. In the most recent survey, only 6% of the Japanese respondents described themselves as engaged at work compared to the global average of 23%. That means relatively few Japanese workers felt highly involved in their workforce and enthusiastic about the work, while most were putting in their hours without investing passion or energy. Kanako Ogino, president of Tokyo-based NS Group, thinks offering flexible hours is a must for filling jobs in the service industry, where women comprise most of the workforce. The company, which operates karaoke venues and hotels, offers 30 different scheduling patterns, including a 4-day workweek, but also taking long periods off in between work. To ensure none of the NS Group's workers feel penalized for choosing an alternative schedule, Ogino asked each of her 4,000 employees twice a year how they want to work. Asserting individual needs can be frowned upon in Japan, where you are expected to sacrifice for the common good. The view in Japan was, you are quote, the more hours you work, putting in free overtime, Ogino said with a laugh. But there is no dream in such a life. And Republican White House nominee Donald Trump sought Friday to contain the blast radius of a fierce backlash over his remarks, publicly backing away from right-wing positions on reproductive rights. The ex-president has been under fire from conservatives over an announcement that in a second term he would ensure free in vitro fertilization, an expensive fertility procedure that many in the anti-abortion movement want to see curbed. The rift widened as he hit out at his home state for the 6-week abortion ban, calling it too restrictive and suggesting he planned to vote for an upcoming bullet measure that would make the procedure legal up until a fetus becomes viable. Trump age 78, walked back the comment ahead of the rally in the battleground state of Pennsylvania on Friday, telling Fox News that I will be voting no. But conservatives had already begun criticizing Trump's ever-shifting positions on abortion, with a new Republican policy platform dropping calls for a national ban and the tycoon's recent claim that his government would be great for reproductive rights. The pushback from anti-abortion groups on his latest remarks was swift, with activists warning that he risks alienating his base. And finally, in showbiz happenings, actually no, we have some news that just came in here in related to what's happening here. Give motorcycle riders and motorists a break. Do not penalize them for using non-compliant temporary and improvised license plates. It's not their fault if the government cannot produce enough official plates, which is the responsibility of the LTO itself. Thus emphasized Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino in objecting a directive of the Land Transportation Office restricting the use of temporary and improvised license plates for motorcycles and motor vehicles, which will take effect on Sunday, September 1st, 2024. I do not see the sense in apprehending and finding riders and motorists for using temporary plates that do not comply with the LTO's directive. The LTO must first resolve in its own backlog in issuing official license plates, the senator explained. And that is it for Cool News at 6. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvhthephilippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more run of news headlines later with Cool News Prime Time at 9. Until then, I'm Caro. Good evening.